Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Anna Maria is coming back for one simple reason. She has a message that, in my opinion, everybody that listens to Lifestyle Buzz or watches us on the computer can benefit from. There's way too much negativism out there today. And you have a totally fascinating, positive attitude about things. And I think we are going to benefit greatly from it. And the reason why I say that is that this week was something great. Of course, our LA Dodgers didn't make it. But that's actually what prompted me to ask you to come back, is the fact that I was looking at the Houston players. Obviously, they were happy because they won. The Dodgers players were blasé about the loss. It's like, it's part of the deal, you know? I noticed, I went one step further by thinking that there's a caring part that they were not willing to put out there. That for them it was just, it's just another game. And for me, I find that a little bit confusing. As a Dodger player, I would have been totally, pissed off with myself for not trying harder, because it was obvious during that game that they didn't. Okay? They just went there. I think they felt that maybe Houston was going to fall under keister and all the runs that were going to be for free. I didn't see them trying. Whereas with Houston, they were trying from game one. Never gave up. Always put yourself out there. And I'm a firm believer that people can realize more of their potential if they open up their mind to the fact that there are many great possibilities out there that need to be explored, that need to be brought forth, that attacking the circumstances is nothing wrong with that. You just need to face the demons and move on. Am I in the right track here?
You are on the right track. I believe that you have to play every game as you're going to win this game, whatever your game is in life.
As if it was the first time.
It's the first time you're playing, or you are looking at it from a place of, how can I win this? How can I versus how can I not? You set yourself up to win before you go out. The mental game is equally important as the physical game.
Yeah. I mean, today it seems to me that people are too willing to, if it didn't happen now, maybe it'll happen the next time. But what guarantees that there is going to be
there's never
a next time?
A next time, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't know that yet, so play it all up.
You always need to make a good impression the first time at bat. And we'll be back in a couple of seconds, all right?
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Okay, we are back and ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Definitely ready to go.
All right, we were talking about the fact that people need to make a first impression the first time at bat. I'm putting the analogy of at bat because we were talking about baseball, but in life, at any one time. In many cases, you see people out there that they feel differently, that, well, everybody should be rewarded for just trying. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't grow up with that mindset of, well, if you didn't win, don't worry about it. No, I mean, we were pushed always to get ahead. What is wrong with society today that thinks that being mediocre is fine?
Well, I grew up as an athlete, and I competed in track and field. I was 5'10" when I was 10, so I was asked to be on every team possible. And I developed, I call it a way of being that strives to be number one.
Right.
Okay. But number one doesn't mean that you're not including others. You know, it's a game. Life is a game. And so how I look at every situation, every opportunity, every encounter, is this is an opportunity to show who you are. So why wouldn't you show up to be your best self in every opportunity that you can? And if you can't, you can't, but at least start with that place. Start from there and build from there. So the question you asked me is difficult to answer because I think it's, some people may not think, they don't have the confidence in themselves that they are going to win or they are going to succeed in who they are and what they're doing. They don't have the confidence. I see that as a common thread among all my clients, you know, in terms of like a lot of people challenged with self-esteem.
I grew up a little bit different. I grew up in Costa Rica. As a child, in Costa Rica, you were part of a clique. It's a little gang, you know. And we all bonded. New kids would come into our neighborhood, and right away we embraced them. We didn't know whether they were good at football or climbing trees or anything. There were some of us who actually, for one reason or another, were born climbing trees. I mean, we used to go, the tallest tree, the better for me, because I would take mangoes and a little bit of salt and eat them way at the top of the tree, which I fell down from one time from an avocado tree. But the whole thing was always to challenge myself. I would take my clothes off and jump into the river. My mom would try to kill me afterwards, but, you know, that's the way I was. In football, I needed to be the one that always carried the ball and fed it to other people so we can win, you know. Now, from very young, I also understood that there were some of my very good friends who were not in that level. But we also saw it as our responsibility to bring them along, you know, to make sure that they came as far as they could, but always moving forward, not to just sit there in a bench somewhere and we'll bring you a banana, mango, the same way that we were eating, we'll bring it to you. No, they had to come to us and join us. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody could be the goal maker. Not everyone can jump the highest whatever with a bamboo pole like we used to. Not all of us were great swimmers, but we were great triers.
But you can retrain your mind. See, I think that not everybody's born, like you said, not everybody's born to become the fastest sprinter or the highest jumper. And a lot of times, even in my life, I had to see how can I shift my mind? How can I retrain how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, how I'm acting? That's possible for everybody, regardless for their athleticism or their intelligence. It's just but it takes a willingness, and it takes a lot of tools.
Let me inject something here, and then we can continue. You said something key here. I was always trying to figure out how, okay? Were your parents supportive?
Always.
Always. So today, though, parents, in my opinion, in many cases, not all now, many cases, I feel that they are more into the mollycoddling business instead of encouraging the child to try harder. Today, kids live in a world of an electronic gadget. They're not pushed out there to, I've seen kids that fall down and they have a scrape about the size of a pencil lead, and right away, oh my God, we need to take him to the hospital because he scratched himself. That is, some parents just, I hate to say it like this, but are some parents actually diluting the learning curve in many cases?
I think that everybody has their own approach to life. I do think that my advice is to be encouraging, empowering, and challenging.
Right.
And always coming from love. But you got to grow up a little bit. All people have to grow up, even your children. So but I'm not a mother, so I'm not going to comment on people how they raise their children. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that you have to create an environment that is a combination of love, support, and empowerment and challenge. But you also have to live that yourself. As a parent.
I have been a parent for a good number of years. 2 daughters. They have been zits at times. And they have been the joy of my life at the majority of the time. But by the same token, we have had to learn the discipline in not hard love, tough love, maybe a better term. Encouragement, being able to communicate on a one-on-one, not as a dad and child or mother and child, but as a person that needs development. Explain it as the world is going to feed it to them. And so far it has worked. I have 2 daughters. They have both been great and well educated and a lot of fun to be with. And the fact is that I see them as great models for other people, for other kids. Not being a mother doesn't really mean anything, because when your time comes, I think you're going to be a terrific parent, because you have a very, very solid mindset.
Thank you.
So let's pay a couple of bills right now. Then we get into the meat of things about Living Amp, because I know you have a lot to say about it. Stay tuned. Yeah.
The best show in the world is 2 scorpions and a brandy glass. I'm BarryFarber. It is nice when you call and say, "Oh, Mr. Farber, I agree with you," but that really gets us nowhere. I want your enmity, hostility. I want your questions. Give me a call right here on the BarryFarber Show. Weekdays, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call Smartfares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and Smartfares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call Smartfares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
For decades, their music has been your concert connection. The showroom at South Point presents Staying Alive, the world's #1 tribute to the Bee Gees. You'll be dancing in the aisles. November 10th to the 12th. Tickets at the box office. Online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. Staying Alive at the South Point. You'll be dancing.
All right, we are back, and I'd like to remind you that if you have any comments, anything that you want to add to the show, I appreciate it very much. Topics that you want to hear, anything at all, please let me know at lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com. lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com, and I promise I will get back to you with that. Okay, Living Amped. Tell me about it.
Thank you. Living Amped it's a lifestyle. It stands for Amplified Metabolic Performance, but it really is about how can I elevate a person's experience to be at your best self.
Okay.
And so Living Amped is both looking at the somebody's lifestyle, from nutrition, from exercise, from the scientific aspect in terms of blood chemistry, how can I optimize a person from within, kind of looking at their engine and see kind of how can I, through nutrition, supplementation, sleep, exercise, get this person's body to work the best possible.
Okay.
We age one day every day, so people are not proactive, and if people haven't been proactive about their health for, say, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, we got to take some action. So it's a very action-driven program that is all about helping people to, obviously reach their goals. Maybe they come in and want to lose 20, 30 pounds, but underneath there's other goals. So I'm looking at beneath their initial goal, what they want to accomplish. So I both combine nutrition, science, and really coaching, looking at the behaviors underneath for people to then shift their lifestyle into this, into this most elevated human being possible. That's what Living Amp's about.
You know what? It's such a marvelous idea. And I have to say that in the past, I don't know how many years, 10 years maybe, I have seen an increase in the interest of upkeep of the body. Because for the longest time, including myself, we were like in Plumsville, it was but by the same token, we are also very much, because I guess we watch so much television, that we are more inclined to hear the yummy advertising, the supersize it, the whatever. I am a amateur cook. I love the idea of cooking healthy, but by the same token, yummy, you know. And I watch some of the cooking shows. Every single one of these cooking shows is all about making a hamburger that is 3 feet tall, that it has 18 different kinds of cheeses, and not only one patty, but it has to have 4 patties, and turkey, chicken, duck, whatever, you know. So it seems to me that while you are on one side of longevity, the people that we admire the most are the ones that are actually promoting demise.
Well, I believe my personal philosophy and what I teach is that you can eat amazingly well and be healthy at the same time. You don't have to choose. Mm-hmm. It's all about the quality of your nutrition. It is, of course, portion size does matter. But if you eat high quality and you are conscious of that, you're able to, number one, once you do that, you're becoming your body will become so attuned to the quality. It doesn't want to eat crap after a while. When I take clients through this process, I go through number one, a food-based detoxification program. Mm-hmm. I reset their taste buds. They will not like junk foods or French fries after this. They will love grass-fed beef or bison or wild fish or organic chicken. And when people start eating high quality, number one, you don't need to eat as much because you're going to be fuller. Number two, you feel more satisfied. You have more fiber. And you get results. You feel great. You have vitality. You have radiance. You have energy. You sleep through the night. So people, I think you don't have to sacrifice the flavor. That's a myth.
I agree with you 100% in the fact that in our family, we have had to modify our cuisine because of certain stomach situations in some of us. And flavors are always there. I mean, there's no problem. But one more thing, cutting out a bunch of the peripheral junk actually makes you feel better. Your skin is actually
immediately
more supple.
24 hours, you're going to be a different human being.
Yeah. Whoa, coming back. Stay tuned.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
The legends of Ka'anapali Luau at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel will take your breath away with an abundant feast, spellbinding dances, and music from Lei Pono Productions. Be greeted with a lei and browse to see island crafts made by local artisans. As you hear the pu or conch shell blow, your luau experience will begin. The featured entree is a whole roasted pig and a bountiful menu of some of Hawaii's favorite food choices. Oh, you can't forget our famous made in-house taro poi. As your night comes to an end under the spell of the moon, be amazed by the famous firewalk. By the end of the night, you'll be full, and we hope you'll have made new friends and some forever memories while you continue to listen to music from Maui's local Hawaiian musicians every Monday night at Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. Ka'anapali Beach Hotel voted Best Aloha Spirit by Hawaii Magazine readers. Call 667-0128 or visit legendsofka'anapali.com for your exciting island adventure.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to get to Colombos. Colombos Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Seekers of luscious and appetizing gustatorial pursuits, indulge your fancies with steaks so absolutely yum-yum. Vegetarians have forsaken kale and Pilates and never look back. Fish specialties so fresh and delicious and chosen by King Neptune himself, and relish Colombo's Italian family specialties so delectable you'll be yelling out, "Bravo, bravo!" And let's not forget Colombo's world-famous meatballs, and you've got to try their breakfast pizza. Oh, and jazz every night. Service that's friendly, not fawning, and at a price that'll keep you coming back. That's Colombos, that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Colombos, manja.
This is Larry Elder inviting you to join me twice daily here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Tune in to CRN3 Reagan Radio Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern for my live 3-hour show. And don't miss the replay of the show on CRN1 starting at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. The Larry Elder Show, twice as good, 2 times daily, Monday through Friday on CRN. Find out more at crntalk.com.
Right, we are so coming back, okay? And during the break, we were having a great chat here. I wish you guys could have heard. But anyway, we're talking about portion controls and the fact that I made a comment about the supersizing and all that stuff. And how even though I have been a heavy eater all my life, I've now find the fast food industry to be almost like my enemy, because sometimes I break down and I eat it, and it's almost like committing harikari. I mean, it doesn't agree with me anymore. Now my food is a little bit simpler, fuller, more flavorful. Crazy. Metabolic mastery. Tell me about that.
Yeah, everybody who comes to me primarily wants to lose weight, feel better. And I look at them as, it's all about raising your metabolism. Like I said earlier, you age one day every day. So what can you do proactively to increase your metabolism? Because the metabolism naturally will slow down. So I created a program called Metabolic Mastery in terms of, again, this is this final outcome of a client's, with their goals. And okay. I do that through shifting, yes, number one, their quality of their nutrition. Quality matters. They will be more satisfied, they feel fuller, they have more energy. Understanding how to combine the proteins, fats, and carbs correctly. Adding frequency into your day, so you're actually eating about every 3 to 4 hours. Not a full meal. It could be a snack. It's okay. Blended, so it's easy. And with that, the body's going to start to tap into your stored fat for fuel, and you're going to start burning, and you're just going to raise your metabolic rate. And of course, I also look at like I mentioned earlier, the whole chemistry of a body. So I do blood chemistry analysis and look at how can I raise their metabolism there too. As you age, your hormone declines, you may need a boost there, you may need to improve your lipid profile, your blood sugar profile. I do that through nutrition, through supplementation. And I teach people how to do it so they can raise their metabolism, right? That is the goal.
Let me inject something here. Traditional living here in America, and just about everywhere else, breakfast, lunch, dinner, perhaps afternoon tea in many cases, mid-morning coffee, maybe. But the tradition is breakfast, lunch, dinner. In your program, do those go away?
They don't go away necessarily. You're always going to have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But first of all, I look at what are you having. Right?
Okay.
And I may have to, even for somebody who wants to go very slow in my program, I just kind of identify what their proteins, their fats, and carbs are, and I may just have to shift their breakfast a little bit and the lunch and dinners. But in addition, I have to sometimes add in a mid-morning snack or mid-afternoon snack, especially in the afternoon. Some people can go 6 to 8 hours between lunch and dinner. Your blood sugar drops after about 4 hours. That's when people get cranky and moody and irritated. That's when people want the sugar or the coffee or the donut or the soda. So I got to prevent these drops from happening. You can only burn body fat if you keep your blood sugar stable, eating frequent. You can also only have energy.
I happen to be diabetic. And I eat breakfast sometimes, and because I have actually reduced my intake. And then I go to the office and I work. And sometimes at 4:00 in the afternoon, I realize I'm a little hungry because I haven't had anything. And then I look at my watch and I go, well, it's going to be, we eat normally around 6 or so. I'll just wing it. When I come home, I don't feel it, but my family does.
I bet they do.
And right away, they're chasing me all over the place, trying to feed me a cracker, a cookie, a banana, whatever, because, you haven't eaten. So they know, and I get more annoyed at the fact that I'm caught. But anyway, how can I change that habit? I mean, for me, it's like, I don't plan it that way.
Well, what it takes, number one, is to have a new plan. It takes a plan. It takes accountability. And in the beginning, for anybody, it may take a system, like a reminder on your computer, on the phone, or it takes something, right? So I hold my clients to high accountability. I create their plan. I create their system. And I also look at what do you actually like to eat, because you have to like it. You can't just give people things they don't want to eat. And I know from the beginning when somebody starts with me, their metabolism is slow. That's why you don't feel hungry. So I can only feed you a little bit. But within, generally 2 days, your metabolism is going to start to shift. So after about 2 days, yes, you're going to start feeling a little bit hungry every 3-4 hours. And after a little while on this plan, I bet you won't be able to not eat, because you're going to feel the dip and you're going to get moody and cranky, and you're never going to be able to go beyond 4 or 5 hours. So it takes a little while to retrain, but when people sign up with me, that's part of the plan. You got accountability. It's not just a plan. You got to have a plan, but you're going to have accountability, and you got to have the whole system.
Maybe that's for me. That's something that I need to work on, because I have always been a person of reaction. For me, to plan something, just the idea of saying I need to plan is something that I really need to work on. Even when my children were small, one time we went to buy some bread at a bakery, and there was this travel agency just opening their doors. And I went in there and I said, how many, advertising England, what is good and where can we go and this and that. Okay. So they gave me a little bit of a plan. I said, okay, I need 4, 2 children, 2 adults. Okay, when do you want to leave? A couple of days from now. So I come home and I tell my wife, okay, we're going to England. Hey, oh, really, when? So Tuesday, and this was like Sunday, so Tuesday. That's my planning. I need to change, I guess.
You need to change right now.
All right. I guess I've been chastised, and I guess I'm going to school pretty soon. We'll be back in a second.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
All right, Orlando goes to school next. Bad boy. You're talking about behavior. I need to change mine. Tell me all about it.
You know, people come to me for nutrition. They come to me for, weight loss, up-leveling their performance, sleeping better, eating better. And the plan matters. The plan needs to be based in science, needs to be adapted to people's lifestyle. People do need to change their habits, and that's really where the key falls in behavior.
Okay.
So where I dive in deep is what's the behavior underneath a person's choice, because as we know, people have tried many diets before. They could have been a good plan, but they still failed it. People have hired trainers, and they still fail it. So it's not necessarily anything wrong with somebody's plan, than the program they followed. But what has to change is the person and the person's behavior. So I really start to look at what's the current relationship this client of mine, let's say, have to food.
Okay.
To himself, to eating out, and where is he going to fall? Where, let's say, have to look at their stressors in their life, where, and kind of starting to retrain this person's behavior so they're actually becoming proactive and not reactive, which we talked about earlier. Because people, they are at a place in their life, if it's a weight loss issue, because their behavior. Yes, some people are uneducated, they need a plan, they need the support. But most often, the reason they stay stuck there or never lose that, let's say, last 20 pounds they want to lose, is because they're repeating a way of being. They're repeating their behaviors over and over again, and that has to stop. So I need to identify what those are and then starting to shift this person's behavior to actually match their goals.
People are very adverse to change all of a sudden, whereas for many, many years, and I can say many, many years because I'm not a young person. I've lived here in the States since 1958. And it seems to me that for the longest time, the motto here was be in constant flux, be in constant change. All of a sudden, people kind of got stuck on a rut. And today I find that it's difficult to bring people out of that shell and encourage that needed change to self.
Well, people that comes to me are kind of, I would say this, they're already willing, because otherwise they wouldn't have come.
Okay.
So they're already willing. And then because my initial part of the program, I just focus on getting them to feel their very best. And because I do that really quickly and effectively, they now listen more. Okay, so now they're open their mind because they never felt this good before in their life. So now they're opening their mind to, okay, what else do you have? What other tools? They're become open in the process because now they're feeling amazing. And most of my clients are between 50 to 65, so they've already gone, 20, 30 years not feeling so great. So because I can shift them quickly, they are receptive to what I have to say. Even if they were closed-minded before, they will become more open-minded in the process. Of course, I have stubborn people too. But generally, I would say the people that come to me are very much like, I want to shift this, I want to change this, I'm tired of this, tell me how to do it.
Okay. That's pretty cool. The fact is that you're right in one aspect of the fact that when they come to you, they're willing to change. But how do we get people to that point? I mean, what are some of the markers that people need to see or feel that gets them to that point? I need to change.
That is probably the toughest, right? Some people come to me because they're tired of it. They're tired of feeling this way. Generally, people hit a wall. They hit a wall either in their career, and that coffee in the afternoon or that donut doesn't do it anymore. They either, they're exhausted and they have a huge responsibility. They're living a big life, but they can no longer live that way because their nutrition isn't supportive, so their health is deteriorating. They're coming to me. Fix me.
To me, the wall has always been, I can't fit into these pants anymore.
Right.
I'm going to one size higher.
Some people just don't want to buy any more bigger size clothes. Right?
It's depressing to do that.
Yes. Some people have a health scare. Some people just, need to have something shift. And some people simply, it's an accumulation that's happening. And they just one day, it's like, I'm done with this. I want to change. Right? Of course, I wish I could catch them earlier, but I always feel as if people truly want to make a change, it starts in your mind. And once that decision is made, this is easy.
Give us your contact information. I'm sure that people would want to.
Yes, again, my website is livingamped.com, and my name is Anna Maria Palua. And you can contact me through the site, annamaria@livingamped.com, or just fill out a contact form on the site.
Now, your programs are what?
Generally, I work from 3 to 6 months with people. If somebody really want to dive deep and go faster, they can. It's all about you. And
Maria has been a piece of pie. I hate to put it like that.
I love pie. Apple pie is my favorite.
But it's been great. Thank you very much for being with us. And let's do it again and again.
Love to come back.
All right. We'll be back in a second.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call Smartfares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and Smartfares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call Smartfares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruths Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
All right, we are back, and this is the closing segment of the show. Sadly, the time moves on way too fast. I want to remind all the audience out there that we are starting to make ready the information for the cruise that we're having. It's going to be something really terrific on Silver Seas Cruise Lines from Mazatlan to San Diego, April 21st. With a great 2-day stop at Copper Canyon. It's going to be the best. And not only that, but you get to cruise with the mighty Orlando there as your guide. How about that? We are going to be transmitting. I need to figure out how to do that. But there's 2 Saturdays where we're going to be broadcasting from far away. And all of you can participate. All of you can be part of the show. And so anyway, for more information, please, 844-205-4744, 844-205-4744, or silverfoxexpeditions@gmail.com. silverfoxexpeditions@gmail.com. For all of you who are actually trying to get away for the Christmas holidays, again, the same information as I just gave it to you, because I have a lot of beach properties in Latin America. This is gold for many of you because you try to book them online, through other people, and they don't have them. I happen to have allotments, and I can help you. No problem. Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Panama. And one more thing. Carnival season is coming up. And that is also something where I am very committed to all of you to make something wonderful happen. We do Brazil, Colombia, and Panama. It falls on the same dates, so you have a great amount of choice there. I can send you to the samba schools. I can put you in the Carnival parades as a participant instead of being an observer. So there's a lot of benefits of dealing with Silver Fox Expeditions that you don't get from anywhere else in the travel business. All right. Besides that, you get 15% off. So why not take advantage of it? All right. Again, 844-205-4744, silverfoxexpeditions@gmail.com. And for any comments about the show, lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com. Simple, 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 not complicated. And what else can I say? It's been a real peachy time. Ana Maria, do you travel a lot?
I don't travel a lot, no.
You don't go. Where are you from originally?
Sweden.
You go back there?
I do.
But
I have traveled a lot in my life, but currently I'm not traveling.
Because I noticed that you actually got started in this business by traveling around the world as a young person.
Yes. I used to backpacked through Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand. And really actually lost the weight that I gained from being binging and purging as a teenager. I lost by traveling to Southeast Asia and only eating clean food, no junk, no snacking, and started to understand that life is much more than food.
Doesn't travel actually open your mind?
Opens
it
your
broadens
mind,
your mind.
expands your vision.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I mean, that's one thing that I've always talked about is the fact that when my daughters were small, we took them everywhere. There was no such thing as, oh, well, you know, it's late or whatever. We went everywhere and had a great time. And same that we do here. We have a great time all the time, but it's time for us to go. So we have been brought to you by Lazy Dog Productions. See you soon.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, BarryFarber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in CRN High Definition Sound. Log on to www.crntalk for listings and information on all your favorite shows. That's www.crntalk.com.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
News this hour from Townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockster. President Trump is not likely to tone down his rhetoric on North Korea during this trip to Asia.
The president has used colorful language in response to North Korea's nuclear tests, talking about fire and fury and being locked and loaded. White House National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster was asked if the president might modulate his rhetoric while overseas.
I don't think the president really modulates his language. Have you noticed him do that?
And McMaster says the president's rhetoric isn't the problem.
I've been aware of the discussions about, hey, is this inflammatory? Now, what's inflammatory is the North Korean regime and what they're doing to threaten the world.
Greg Clugston, the White House.
After a stopover in Hawaii last night, Mr. Trump heads to Japan today, his first stop on the 12-day five-nation visit. Yesterday, the president and first lady visited the memorial at Pearl Harbor, laying a wreath at the USS Arizona Memorial, where nearly 1,200 crew members died and during the December 7th, 1941 surprise attack by Japan that plunged the U.S. into World War II. Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri resigned from his post during a trip to Saudi Arabia. It was a surprise move.
The announcement from Prime Minister Hariri that he was resigning really took the country by surprise. There were no particular signs that this was coming, and the fact that he announced it in a televised address from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, not from Lebanon, made it even more surprising. It is really a reflection of the growing rivalry between Saudi Arabia and Iran and the downhill direction that their relationship is going.
It's Zaina Karam reporting. A database of 19,000 malicious links shows how Russia-linked hackers targeted not only Hillary Clinton and her inner circle, but more than 130 others in an all-out blitz across the Democratic Party during last year's election campaign. In just over a week, the hackers were able to penetrate the personal account of campaign chair John Podesta. News and analysis at townhall.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-566-2424. That's 800-566-2424. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
A high-tech milestone as Mexico unveils and downloads an earthquake early warning system via a special app, which can be downloaded free of charge to cellular phones.
Miguel Angel Mancera, the mayor of Mexico City, so badly affected by the earthquake of September the 19th, launches the app. It's an additional amendment and improvement to an existing one. It's a vital, instantaneous backup to more than 8,000 loudspeakers dotted in and around Mexico City, connected to a system of sensors located further south. Mexico suffered a significant earthquake on September the 7th, and then a major one on September the 19th. James Blears, Mexico.
An off-duty Washington, D.C. police sergeant fatally shot last night while sitting in a parked car in Baltimore, and a woman with him was injured. Sergeant Tony Mason Jr. was a 17-year veteran. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra. New York City police believe a 2010 rape allegation made against disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein is credible, and they're gathering evidence, they say, for a criminal case.
Actress Paz de la Huerta from Boardwalk Empire accused Harvey Weinstein of raping her twice in her apartment. NYPD Chief of Detectives Bob Boyce says what makes it credible is
the ability to articulate each and every movement of the crime, where she was, where they met, where this happened, and what he did.
He says they have evidence but would not elaborate.
We have an actual case going forward. If this person was still in New York, and it was recent, we would go right away and make the arrest.
Dozens of women have accused the movie mogul of sexual assault or harassment. Weinstein has previously denied all allegations of non-consensual sex. Julie Walker, New York.
News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron DeRockstra.
Experience the romantic getaway you deserve at Maui's premier bed and breakfast, the Plantation Inn. With plantation-style architecture and decor combined with modern amenities such as dual rain showers and whirlpool hot tubs, guests relax in a tranquil oasis in the heart of Maui's historic Lahaina town. The inn is situated conveniently less than 2 blocks from Lahaina Harbor, as well as the famous Front Street, known for its range of shops, restaurants, gallery walks, and museums. The Plantation Inn is home to Gerard's Restaurant, voted Open Table's top most romantic restaurants in North America. Chef Gerard's contemporary island French cuisine consistently earns some of the highest ratings in Hawaii. Come discover why Hawaii Magazine readers named the Plantation Inn #1 best bed and breakfast in Hawaii. Visit theplantationinn.com or call us at 667-9225.
Hi, this is Ron Sedgy, inviting you to join me for The Tonight Show of Radio every Saturday night, 9 to 11 Pacific Standard Time on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Now in our 24th year and well over 19,000 guests, The Ron Sedgy Show live originates from our Universal Radio studios. Celebrities from TV, music, movies, literature, politics, and show business, at one time or another, they all come to The Ron Sedgy Show. So why don't you?
Welcome to the Lounge with Larry and Nancy Minetti. I'm Mike Gary. We are broadcasting coast to coast and around the world on the internet via CRN Digital Talk Radio. Happy Halloween. It's spooky out there, Larry. Ooh.
No, I would